A man without a girlfriend often finds himself in a unique position, one that society sometimes looks at with pity, as if being single is a condition that needs to be cured. But in reality, being single is not a limitation, it is an opportunity. It is a phase in life where a man has the time, freedom, and energy to build himself into the person he truly wants to become. Imagine this: no late night arguments over text, no constant need to check in, no distractions pulling him away from his goals. Instead, he wakes up every day with one priority: himself. Not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows him to shape his destiny without compromise. When a man is single, he has the priceless gift of time, and how he chooses to use it defines his future. The first thing a man without a girlfriend gains is the ability to focus entirely on his ambition. Relationships require time and emotional energy, and while they can be fulfilling, they also demand attention that could otherwise be directed toward personal growth. Without a romantic relationship, a man can fully commit to his career, education, and self-improvement. Whether he wants to start a business, master a new skill, or climb the corporate ladder, he has the space to do so without the added complexities of a relationship. Success in any field requires discipline, and discipline requires consistency. When a man is single, he can set his own schedule, make decisions based on his priorities, and dedicate long hours to his craft without guilt. He doesn't have to cancel a late-night brainstorming session to go on a dinner date or skip an early morning workout because he was on the phone until 2 a.m. Instead, he builds habits that push him forward, making him stronger, smarter, and more capable. Beyond professional and financial growth, a man without a girlfriend has the opportunity to truly know himself. In a relationship, it is easy to adapt to someone else's needs, sometimes losing sight of one's own individuality. But when he is single, he has the time to explore who he is, what excites him, what challenges him, and what kind of life he wants to build. He can travel alone, read books that expand his mind, and engage in experiences that shape his character. This self-awareness is crucial because before a man can share his life with someone else, he must first understand the life he wants to live. Additionally, being single allows a man to build strong and meaningful relationships outside of romance. Friendships, family bonds, and professional connections thrive when a man has the time to invest in them. Often, people in relationships become so engrossed in their romantic partner that they neglect these other important connections. But a man without a girlfriend can strengthen his friendships, learn from mentors, and create a support system that will serve him in the long run. Another important aspect of self-development is health, both physical and mental. Without a relationship to worry about, a man can focus on his fitness, eat healthier, and develop habits that contribute to long-term well-being. He can hit the gym regularly, take up a sport, or practice meditation without external distractions. He has the time to heal from past emotional wounds, to become mentally strong, and to develop the resilience needed to handle life's challenges. And let's not forget financial independence. Relationships often come with expenses, dates, gifts, trips, and shared responsibilities. While these things are beautiful in the right circumstances, they can also become burdensome. A man who is single has the freedom to save, invest, and make financial decisions that align with his future goals. Instead of spending on temporary pleasures, he can build a foundation that ensures long-term stability and success. But perhaps the most significant advantage of a man being single is that he learns patience. He understands that love is not a race, and relationships should not be forced. Instead of rushing into something just for the sake of companionship, he waits. He waits until he has built himself into the kind of man who doesn't need to chase love, because love will naturally find him when the time is right. Being without a girlfriend is not a sign of lack, it is a sign of preparation. It is a time when a man can become his best version, so that when love does arrive, he is ready to give it his all. Until then, He builds, he grows, he evolves. And when the right person comes along, she won't just find a man, she will find a man who truly knows himself, and that in itself is the most attractive quality of all. Love is one of the most beautiful experiences in life, yet it is often misunderstood. Many people chase after it, believing that being in a relationship will complete them or bring them happiness. However, love is not something that can be forced or rushed. It arrives when the time is right, and more importantly, when a person is truly ready for it. This readiness is not just about age or circumstances, but about personal growth, emotional maturity, and self-awareness. A man who understands this does not seek love desperately. Instead, he prepares himself to receive it when it naturally comes his way. Being ready for love is about more than just wanting a relationship. It is about understanding oneself deeply, knowing what one desires in a partner, and being capable of giving and receiving love in a healthy way. Many people enter relationships before they have taken the time to develop themselves, and as a result, they struggle with issues of insecurity, dependence, or emotional instability. Love, when approached without readiness, often turns into something fragile and unstable. However, when a man is prepared for love, he approaches it with confidence, patience, and a sense of purpose. One of the key aspects of being ready for love is emotional stability. A man who has worked on himself understands his emotions and knows how to handle them. He does not seek love as a way to fill a void or escape loneliness. Instead, he sees it as an addition to his already fulfilling life. He does not rely on a relationship to bring him happiness because he has learned how to create happiness for himself. This kind of emotional independence is crucial because it allows love to flourish naturally without pressure or desperation. Another important factor is self-love. Before a person can truly love someone else, they must first love themselves. This means accepting one's flaws, recognizing one's strengths, and being comfortable with who they are. A man who has cultivated self-love does not enter a relationship looking for validation or approval. He knows his worth. When he meets the right person, he does not lose himself in the relationship, but rather complements his partner's life while maintaining his own individuality. Patience is also a significant part of being ready for love. Many people rush into relationships out of fear of missing out, or fear of not finding someone. But true love does not operate on a timeline. A man who is patient understands that the right person will come into his life. He does not settle for something less than what he deserves just to avoid being single. Instead, he waits, focusing on his growth, building his life, and trusting that love will come when the time is right. Being ready for love also means understanding what kind of relationship one. It is easy to be drawn into romance based on attraction or excitement. But a man who has taken the time to know himself looks beyond surface level connections. He seeks a relationship built on mutual respect, shared values, and emotional depth. He does not fall for illusions, but instead waits for a partnership that aligns with his goals and aspirations. Additionally, communication plays a vital role in love, and a man who is ready for it has developed the ability to express himself openly and honestly. He does not play games, avoid difficult conversations, or hide his true feelings. Instead, he communicates with clarity and sincerity, ensuring that his relationships are built on trust and understanding. This kind of communication prevents unnecessary misunderstandings and helps create a strong foundation for love to grow. One of the greatest misconceptions about love is that it is something that happens suddenly, like a fairy tale. While romance can be magical, real love requires effort, commitment, and a readiness to embrace both the joys and challenges that come with it. A man who is prepared for love understands that it is not always perfect, but it is worth it. He does not give up at the first sign of difficulty, but instead works through challenges with patience and dedication. Furthermore, being ready for love means being willing to give. Many people focus on what they want to receive in a relationship, but true love is about giving without expecting anything in return. A man who is prepared for love is not just looking for someone to make him happy, he is also ready to contribute to his partner's happiness. He understands that love is not just about personal satisfaction, but about building something meaningful together. Ultimately, love is not something that can be chased or forced. It comes naturally to those who have taken the time to prepare for it. A man who has built himself, developed emotional maturity, and cultivated patience will find that love enters his life effortlessly. And when it does, he will be ready not just to experience love, but to nurture and sustain it in a way that is genuine, fulfilling, and lasting.